If you're over 60 and still eating these 4 types of seafood, stop now. They might be silently damaging your brain, joints, and even your heart. But don't worry. There are 4 seafoods that do the opposite. They keep your mind sharp, protect your heart, and even ease arthritis pain. The difference could be the reason you age faster or age better. Seafood is often called the healthiest protein on the planet. But not all seafood is created equal, especially for seniors. Some options are packed with toxic metals, inflammatory fats, and hidden chemicals that can speed up aging and trigger serious health issues. On the other hand, a few select fish and shellfish are like superfoods for your brain, bones, and blood pressure. So in this video, we're breaking down the 4 worst seafoods you should avoid at all costs after 60, and the 4 that you should absolutely be eating to feel younger, stronger, and sharper than ever. The problem is simple. Seafood today isn't what it used to be. Decades ago, seafood was wild-caught, clean, and nutrient-dense. Now, many common fish and shellfish are farmed in dirty waters, pumped full of antibiotics, and contaminated with mercury and microplastics. That matters even more when you're over 60, because your liver, kidneys, and brain are more sensitive to toxins, and your body recovers slower from inflammation. Plus, seniors often eat seafood thinking it's a healthy choice, but if you're choosing the wrong ones, you're doing more harm than good. Let's start with the worst offenders first, the 4 seafoods that seniors over 60 should avoid immediately. 1. Farmed tilapia. Tilapia might look harmless, but it's often called the worst fish you can eat. Why? Most tilapia is farm-raised in overcrowded ponds overseas, especially in China, where regulations are loose. They're fed cheap, low-nutrient feed, and the result is a fish that's low in omega-3s and high in omega-6 fatty acids. That matters because too much omega-6 causes inflammation, which can worsen arthritis, damage your arteries, and contribute to memory loss. Even worse, farmed tilapia has been found to contain dioxins, a toxic compound linked to cancer. So if you're eating tilapia regularly, thinking it's healthy, you're actually feeding inflammation and disease. 2. Imitation crab, surimi. That tasty crab in your California roll. It's not real crab. It's processed white fish molded with sugar, salt, and artificial flavors to mimic crab meat. It also often includes MSG and artificial colorings. For seniors, this is a bad mix. Imitation crab spikes your blood sugar, overloads your system with sodium, and offers almost no real nutrients. It's a classic case of empty calories with a side of inflammation. 3. Swordfish. Here's the thing with swordfish. It's delicious and protein-rich. But it's also one of the most mercury-contaminated fish you can eat. Mercury is a neurotoxin that builds up in your brain over time. For older adults, it increases the risk of memory loss, confusion, and even Alzheimer's. Swordfish, being a top predator, accumulates high levels of mercury through the food chain. A single serving of swordfish can contain more than twice the safe limit of mercury. If you're over 60, that exposure can be dangerous over time. 4. Shrimp, farmed. Shrimp is the most popular seafood in the US, but most of it is farm-raised in countries with low safety standards. Farmed shrimp are often treated with antibiotics, disinfectants, and even pesticides. Worse, they're often frozen and treated with sodium tripolyphosphate to preserve color and texture. That chemical can cause digestive upset and allergic reactions in sensitive seniors. And here's the kicker. Farmed shrimp are also high in cholesterol and low in omega-3s, making them a poor choice for heart health. Now, the good news. Let's flip the script. Here are the 4 best seafoods seniors should be eating regularly to support heart health, brain function, joint mobility, and even better skin. Chapter 1. Wild-caught salmon. This one tops the list for a reason. Wild salmon is one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids on the planet, especially EPA and DHA, which are crucial for brain health and reducing inflammation. Omega-3s help keep your arteries flexible, lower blood pressure, and reduce the risk of stroke. Wild salmon is also high in astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that protects your skin and eyesight. Avoid farmed salmon, which can be full of contaminants. Look for labels like Alaskan Wild Caught. At 2. Sardines with bones. Sardines are a secret weapon for seniors. They're low on the food chain, so they contain almost no mercury. But they're packed with calcium, vitamin D, omega-3s, and high-quality protein. What makes sardines special is the bones. Yes, you eat them, and that gives you a calcium boost that strengthens bones, fights osteoporosis, and improves joint health. Plus, they're inexpensive, shelf-stable, and easy to add to salads or toast. 3. Atlantic mackerel. Not to be confused with king mackerel, which is high in mercury. Atlantic mackerel is small, clean, and nutrient-rich. It's full of omega-3s, vitamin B12, and selenium. B12 is especially important for seniors to maintain nerve health, energy, and red blood cell production. Just one serving of mackerel gives you over 700% of your daily B12 needs. And the selenium, it supports thyroid function and fights inflammation. 4. Bay scallops. Scallops are low in fat, high in protein, and rich in minerals like magnesium and phosphorus. But not all scallops are created equal. Bay scallops, which are smaller and harvested in shallow waters, are less likely to contain heavy metals and toxins. They're also tender, easy to cook, and less likely to trigger allergies. Scallops also provide taurine, an amino acid that supports heart rhythm and reduces blood pressure. Here's the bottom line. The seafood choices you make after 60 matter more than ever. The wrong fish can fill your body with mercury, fake additives, and inflammation. The right ones, they're nature's prescription for aging well. Imagine waking up with less joint pain, sharper memory, and better blood pressure, all by making a simple swap in your weekly meals. Stop eating what looks healthy and start eating what is healthy. So let's recap. Avoid farmed tilapia, imitation crab, swordfish, and farmed shrimp, and instead eat more wild-caught salmon, sardines with bones, Atlantic mackerel, and bay scallops. Your heart, brain, and joints will thank you. Want more simple food swaps that fight aging? Watch our next video.